Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared, and we are blurry, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new Sencut here, and this Sencut came with a pouch and a wipe. Very cool. Surprised to see that. I didn't think they came with that before. I thought they only came with a box. So maybe the new Sencuts are coming with a pouch now. Very cool. We have a clip point, a straight clip point, which I love to see. This is my favorite type of clip point, is when it doesn't Persian up or doesn't, curve upward. It goes straight down, giving you the ability for amazing utility cuts. This is a great blade shape. Fantastic blade shape. And it is, excuse me, D2 steel. Coated blade with a stone wash, so that's going to help anybody who worries about corrosion with their D2. You're not going to have to worry about it. We do have a deep carry clip, flat screws that is reversible, T8 hardware all the way around, and then we have multiple deployments. Good access to the lock bar. It is slim, but relatively comfortable. I mean, you do have a good amount of blade there for the amount of handle. I bet you the blade to handle ratio is really good. Yeah, blade to handle ratio is really good on this. And you have quite a bit of blade hanging out, which, leads to having such a slim handle. So you can have a lot of cutting power with this. Nice broad blade. It is a full flat grind, but it does get down nice and thin at the edge. So this thing should be a pretty good slicer. Now, let's get back to the action. So we have good access to the lock bar. Very smooth on the drop. Now, the detent. The detent is, I can reliably flip it. Every single time, no matter what, I can flip it. Not an issue at all. The action is really good to an extent, but the detent is a little light. I can fail it. Now, I'm imagining like it's pretty light on the flipper tab. Now, with any effort, yes, it'll flip every time. So I don't want to make it seem like I have to throw a lot of effort into it to flip it, but I can easily fail it. Now, the fuller makes it to where it's perfect. The action on the fuller is perfect. This is exactly what you want. Right and left-handed will work great. But, the fuller having a perfect detent makes it to where the flipper tab is a little on the lighter side. Also, you have quite a bit of blade, hanging out. No detent lash. Lock up. Rock solid. I can muscle some side to side, but that's me muscling it, and that's just a little turn of the pivot. We do have internal stop pins connected to the blade. Love to see that. It's going to lock up against the liners in this direction and this direction. And one reason why I really like that is it gives me the ability to cut in a choil in the future if I want to. Now, let's talk about some negative things, Aside from the detent being on the lighter side, and me being able to swing it out if I want to, which kind of does make it a little bit fidgety too, because I can so easily thumb and reverse flick it. But anyways, the choil, the plunge grind, I don't know why we're having this issue in 2022 with all these knives we're putting out. I don't know what the problem is with the plunge grinds and choils. So let me just grab a choil really quick here. This is a custom blade, so but anyways, you see how the plunge grind is far away. Here's the end of the plunge grind. Here's the edge. So you have the edge here, and then the end of the plunge grind. Look at how much room I have to sharpen. Because every time I sharpen this steel is going to go away, because when you sharpen, you remove steel. So with every sharpener, it's going to move up, 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 until eventually it hits the plunge grind. But that's a lot of life to sharpen off of this knife. Now with this one, you can see the plunge grind is right there. It begins here, and it ends right there, right at the edge, almost at the edge. So, and since it doesn't let the steel drop down, when I sharpen this right here, it's going to sharpen. It's going to give me probably a couple, two sharpenings maybe. before I hit that plunge grind. And that's if I don't lay back the angle. Now, if I lay back the angle and put it like 15 degrees per side, I'm going to start hitting that choil pretty quickly. Now, this is a very affordable knife. Is it that big of a deal? Not really. And I could easily cut in a choil. Now, the one issue is that this is coated. So with a non-coated blade, it would look a lot cleaner if you cut in your own choil. Centering, perfect centering. All in all, cool knife. I do like it. Nice and slim in the hand. Yes, I feel the clip quite a bit because it is nice and slim back here, but I imagine this thing's going to cut really good. You can take advantage of going right over the flipper tab because it's not huge and get some leverage. It's going to be great for detailing work and things like that because it's a straight clip. It's a great example of a clip point in my opinion. But yeah, the G10, nice and grippy. I imagine this is going to come in lots of different colors or different options. But just a quick look at the one of the new Sencuts. There you guys go. Peace.